All right, and we're rolling. All right, so welcome everybody to the Future Technical Communicators first general body meeting of fall 2021. We're excited to have you all here. We're excited to see all the new faces and returning faces, and we're excited to be kicking off this new program year. And whether you're new or returning, undergraduate, graduate, any major, we're happy to have you here, and we're excited to just tell you what we have in store for you over this next school year. So let's hop right into it. All right, so first off, let's meet our team members. So our team is made of me, Caitlin, and Ben. I can just start off a little bit. So my name is John Clement. I'm the current president of the Future Technical Communicators Club. So I've been in the club for about 2 years now. And over that time, I've been a leader in it, been very involved in helping with different club events. And overall, I just really love the organization, and I'm looking forward to just the opportunity to meet all of you and find ways that we can help all of you through the club. So I'll pass it on to you, Caitlin.
Okay, hi everybody. So like I said, my name's Caitlin, so it's on the board. I didn't really need to say that. Anyways, I'm the vice president and also the communications chair of the club. I've been part of the club since about my second for 2 years now, and have gone through many positions to get to the current one I have now. I've been treasurer at one point, and just it's been a journey, but I've definitely enjoyed it. So how about you, Ben?
Hey, I'm Ben. I'm the website committee chair, and I joined last year in fall, and I just had a really good time. It's a nice way to meet people and to learn important skills at FTC.
Awesome. So let's move on to the next part about us, about FTC and who we are as a club. So just a brief overview of our organization. The Future Technical Communicators Club is an official student organization at UCF. We're dedicated to helping our members pursue careers in technical communication. We work together to master the skills we will need once we graduate to create any kind of documentation for technical processes. That can mean everything from writing instructions to designing user-friendly websites. And in our efforts, we're partnered with the Society for Technical Communication, STC, which is a professional organization of technical communicators. So by joining our club, you get the academic benefits, professional connections, and a lot more. And so if you want to speak on more about FTC, Dr. Applin, I can pass it over to you.
Okay, thanks, John. Well, I have been the sponsor of STC, or FTC since 2003, so that's quite a while. And I've always liked FTC. It's always been efficient, and by efficient I mean it's a club where people can use it to gain some extra skills to get a first job or a second job, or to get into the field. Many of the opportunities that FTC affords, like the mentoring program and such, are things on top of your regular coursework, which is of course important. It's always good to do really great in school because you learn a lot, and those skills can come with you into the workplace. But the mentorship program, especially where students are paired with people in the local Society for Technical Communication chapter, has proven to be very, very, very helpful in people learning what it is just to go out and get a job. What you have to, how to network, how to understand yourself as a technical communicator beyond your major. There's a place out there with lots of technical communicators, and they're not all at UCF. They're in the field. They're in Central Florida and throughout Florida. So I've always been very supportive of the mentoring program. And that's something that came to us through the local chapter of the Society of Tech Communication. I think I don't know if I said this, but this club was started. It was an idea of two students, Bob Whitley and Erica Olmstead. One was a grad student, one was an undergrad, and it happened around 2003. and they asked me to be the chair, to be the faculty sponsor. You have to have one faculty sponsor. So I always like the idea that they had the idea for the club. It wasn't a faculty-driven thing where there's going to be a club and you'll do this. The students always wanted. The students have always run it. Even though I offer some oversight, as I have to in the role of sponsor. Joining me this year will be Dr. Carolyn Glassoff. Maybe some of you are in one of her courses. And she's at a conference today, so she couldn't come. And she'll be with us next week when you guys do the elections. So anyway, I've stayed with FTC as long as I have because it's been effective. It's been efficient. I hate to use that word, but it just seems to be that one thing that students can do that gives them a little extra advantage over other students. And again, it doesn't mean that's all you have to do is do FTC. You have to do well in school too, but it's just a great club. It does a lot of good for our students, and I hope you can. I hope you join it and have something to do with it, and maybe think about running for office. John's going to be talking about that later. John and Caitlin, I think. So anyway, I'll stop talking now.
But thank you for sharing all that, Dr. Applin, and we're happy to have you as an advisor and your support with the club. And just thank you for talking about all the different things that we offer. Right. So next up, we're going to talk about the benefits of membership. So Dr. Applin covered a bit of it already and just how beneficial being an FTC can be. But overall, just to reiterate, our goal of the club is to help you become the best technical communication student or prospective professional that you can be to prepare you for your future career in technical communication. And we do that in a few different ways. So if you become a member of our club, we can guarantee that you will, first of all, receive career guidance and knowledge. And we have events and programs such as mentorship program, where we pair you up with a professional from STC, a professional in the industry who can help give you advice, mentoring, networking tips, all the different professional skills that you may need. So that mentorship program is great. Panel presentations as well. We enjoy having guest speakers come to our club and just present on topics on things that you might not learn in school, but are useful in the industry and in your career. And overall, events and programs like that are ways that we just want to help you on your career and just give you TechCom knowledge. In the long run, it's a very beneficial thing to become a member just because you gain that step up over other students that might not have those resources or might not take that extra step to be partnered with professionals to learn more about TechCom beyond what's in school. And we're here to offer that for you. And second, developing your professional skills. So FTC has opportunities for leadership within the club. And by being a student leader, you not only gain some skills such as teamwork and leadership skills, but you also get a great resume item because it's very attractive to employers to see that not only are you interested in TechCom, not only did you study it in school, but you went the step beyond and took on a leadership opportunity, developed those professional skills, and got directly involved in the programs that we have. So developing your professional skills through leadership is one other thing that we have to offer. And finally, becoming part of our community, because we're very happy to have you in the club. Not only that, but not only taking in our programs, but just being part of our community. We love to interact with our members. We love to host informative and fun events for our members and ways that we can network with each other, because professionals will tell you that networking is a big part of growing in the professional world. And it starts here. It starts at school, it starts in clubs, and you can find those connections to network beyond just the club into the professional sphere by joining FTC too. So by joining FTC, becoming part of our community, not only will you find a place that's great to be in, but a place that's beneficial for your long-term career. So we hope that either of those, any of these three things that we like to offer struck a chord. And by becoming a member, you get to see the fruits of all the events that we put on and just what it means to be part of our community and the many things that we want to offer to you and the ways that we want to help you. And so here's just highlighting our flagship programs. So FTC hosts a number of programs and events, but these three are our cornerstones and the ones that have upheld really for the whole time that we've been a student organization. And the mentoring program is one. It's one that we discussed earlier, but in detail, the mentoring program is one of our biggest and most successful programs because it directly connects students with professionals in the field to give them the skills, advice, networking, professional connection that they need. There are so many benefits to having a professional mentor that we're happy to offer it. And students who come out of the program just consistently have great things to say, benefits to share, and can just tell you how far they have gone because they have paired up with a professional and they had someone take them under their wing. So our mentoring program is something that's offered in the fall. And this semester we're going to be kickstarting it again. We're aiming for next month when we open up the program. In short, it's filling out an application, joining STC, the professional organization that we're partnered with. Their membership has a host of benefits, but by joining them, you're able to join that mentoring program and get paired up with a professional from STC. So we'll have more details on that in a future meeting. We host an interest meeting for anybody who wants to learn more about the program in October. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and we'd be happy to tell you more about what mentorship and our mentorship program has to offer. And second of our big programs, the STC FTC annual joint meeting. So we host it each spring, and that's our large scale panel presentation where we bring in professionals from STC or from otherwise to just talk about topics in TechCom and to present about advice they want to share or skills they want to teach. And this is usually our biggest and really just most informative, most helpful event of the year. We always have just a lot of great times there, a lot of connections made and networking made. And we're just very happy to host it and to bring in professionals and make students have those connections. Students have walked out of there with internships, with job opportunities. One of our past presidents, James Unick, he walked out of there, had a connection that led him to an internship and helped him in the long term. So going to that meeting in the spring, great opportunity. Look forward to it. It's one of our biggest programs. And finally, scholarships and internships. The longer you stick around with us and be a member, the more scholarships and internships you'll see us sharing. We share them on our Discord, our Facebook, email. So as long as you're connected to us, you'll start to see us share anything that we come across. Sometimes job opportunities come across to us, we post them. Sometimes scholarship opportunities come up, we share them. So by staying connected to us, you'll be sure to make the most out of TechCom opportunities that are available to students like you. And lastly, about events, here are just some examples of other events that we offer. So we don't only do the big events, but we like to sprinkle in other events during our general body meetings. We typically have meetings about every 2 weeks, or bi-weekly meetings. And during those, we can go over a variety of things. Sometimes we may have a guest speaker, last school year, we had several guest speakers come in to talk about entering the TechCom field and trends in the TechCom field and have Q&A sessions for students. So we have that to offer. We also do workshops such as resume workshops where you could bring in your resume and we workshop it for you. We teach about how to make a good resume, preparing for an interview, just giving tips on what makes a good, what interview skills are the best to have and how to just be in one to the best of your ability. And we have some more too, LinkedIn workshops, things like that. We try to offer those so that students can get practical benefits immediately through our general body meetings. And of course, we like to have fun too. We have game nights and socials, as you can see in the corner, Dungeons and Dragons sessions sometimes too. So there's a lot of fun to be had. Those sessions get very fun. Even if you're a beginner, even if you don't play games that much or you never heard of or play D&D, trust me, it's always a fun time, and our socials are just as great times as our informative events. So we really love to just put those things in and offer them for you. So, and we always share event announcements on our social media, Discord, and so on. So keep your eyes peeled, whether it be a general body meeting, a social event, anything in between, we'll let you know, and we're happy to have you on them. All right, and next up is membership. So I'll pass it on to you, Ben, to speak about the membership experience and applying.
All right, thanks. So if you're interested in any of that, you can become an official member right now. We'll put the link in the chat to the application. It's totally free. You can join with any major, and it's a great way to get connected to the club. If you just, if you're interested in any of the things or all of the things that FTC has to offer, then that application will do it. You don't have to be a technical communication major. I'm not a technical communication major. I'm a CS major, but FTC has still been really useful to me to learn more about, internships and applying for jobs and technical skills, and to network with people, as well as just enjoying the community that there is here. So feel free to join that link and become a member today. Or you can scan that QR code. All right, next slide, please, John.
Absolutely.
All right. So if you're interested in membership, you might also be interested in leadership in FTC. So student leaders are the backbone of the club, and they really help us to, set up all of our programs and make FTC work. And through doing this, you gain teamwork and collaboration skills and experience, technical communication experience if you're writing things, designing things, working on a website, and it's a great resume item to be in a leadership position in the club. I would encourage you to try this out if you're interested in any of these positions that we'll describe. It's just a great way to learn and build your skills, and it's a really low stress opportunity. I was a little bit hesitant about whether I should join in the leadership position last year, and I ended up joining the website committee, and it was great. I would highly recommend anybody try out what they're interested in. So Caitlin, do you want to talk about the leadership positions?
Yeah, I probably should, considering I've held at least a third of them. So yeah, like I introduced earlier on, I started out as a communications committee member, ended up becoming treasurer, and then I've moved up to vice president since then. At no point did I really feel all that stressed out. I would definitely say that this is a great opportunity. We're very chill and we're very open to talking. Like, you can ask a question at midnight and somebody will probably get back to you at 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, I'm still trying to do homework. How are you? Also, here's the answer. So we're pretty free flowing when it comes to how we interact with each other. So it's a non-stress position. And we're always willing to flex with you no matter what you need. The positions we're looking for right now, because we kind of had a whole like graduation die off of the people that we had. Like, they all have gone off and gone and gotten jobs and stuff, which is really awesome, but it's also sad because we need people. But that's an opportunity for you all, because right at the moment we are definitely looking for a secretary, the treasurer, and a historian. Although, of course, if you want to run against one of us, you are 100% free to do that. But yeah, I would definitely suggest just going for one of these positions. They're pretty low stakes, and if you ever need any help, just reach out. We're more than willing to give you a hand to make you fulfill what you need to do and just to make sure you have a good time. Do you want to go to the next slide, John?
Yep, sure thing.
So the officer requirements, this actually looks more intimidating than it is, but you do have to have a minimum GPA, depending on what graduate level you are or grade level. For undergrad, it's 2.5. For grads, it's 3.0. Traditionally, we've usually or just kind of more recent trends, we've only had undergrads, but obviously if you're a grad student, we're more than happy to have you. You can't have holds on your account, so I'm assuming all of you know where to find that, but just in case you don't, it's on your My UCF in your students. When you click on student services, it will be on the right. Most of the time, this isn't a problem. You probably know if you have a problem. And then finally, you have to have credit hours, a minimum number, 6 for undergrads, 5 for grad students, and 3 for a grad student who's doing a dissertation. And you have to be actively enrolled. All of this is pretty standard. Of course, if for some reason you feel like you might have trouble being like a full officer, you can always look at joining one of our committees. We're always happy to have people, even if they can't dedicate as much time. So next slide, I suppose. So yeah, we would really appreciate if you're interested at all, like even if it's like the tiniest bit and you're still afraid, just apply. There's no penalty for doing so. You don't have to show up if you change your mind. Just let us know. But yeah, fill out the leadership application, which should be being placed into the chat, or you can scan the QR code here. And we just really want to talk to you and see what we can help you do. Do you have anything to add, Ben, or should we move on?
Yeah, well, you can sign up with that link, and then next Friday we'll be voting on Zoom. So any members can vote in a week from now. And that's all I've got. Yeah.
John, may I say some things here? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
John doesn't want me to tell you the story, but a couple of years ago, I asked him to join FTC, and he said, "Oh, I don't know if I can do it." Okay, so he's the president now. He's been a president for a couple of years, and he's been a very, very, very good president. He's really he's expanded some of the things that FTC does, and it runs so well when John has been in charge. But he never thought he could join this club in the first place or even be an officer. So a good way to eventually become an officer, or first of all, is to run for office. I would say this: if you want to be the president someday, and again, it's you guys vote for whomever it's whatever you guys decide. Whomever you decide to be your officers, you guys will vote. But if you want to be the president someday, you should have been maybe a secretary or a treasurer or something in the club, just so you know what FTC does. So you've had some experience, because the president sort of overlooks everything, like John has been doing such a great job of doing. But you can be brand new and run for office. You can be the historian. And earlier, I think it looks good on a resume. I've looked at thousands of resumes. If not only are you in a club, but you are also an officer in a club. I mean, if people see that on your resume, they'll see that you were elected by your peers to be the president of a club, not just a member, not the president, an officer in a club. So you can say you joined FTC1, you can say you were a member or an officer in FTC. So I would encourage you to think about running for one of the positions, and then you'll learn much more about it. It does take some time, but it really pays off in the long run. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say, John. So.
Right. Awesome. And absolutely, definitely does pay off in the long run. And anybody can run. We're happy to get new recruits on our leadership team. And it makes for a great thing to pave way in the future for your resume and even beyond. So thank you for that. And so remember, apply for leadership if you're interested in either an officer position or a committee position. We have the link in the chat. And if you go to the leadership application, there are also descriptions of the requirements, the roles available, and some descriptions of the roles. So it's a one-stop shop for that. And Caitlin is posting descriptions in the chat right now if you want to read up about them. So thank you, Caitlin. So yes, we encourage you to apply by Thursday for our elections that are coming up next Friday, same time, 4 p.m. on Zoom. So we'll be posting the meeting link on our social media once that gets closer. And we'll be posting the application link as well on social media. And you can see it by scanning the QR code, selecting leadership application, or by clicking the link that's in the chat right now. So yes, run for leadership. We'd love to have you. Next slide.
Well, also, I know you said this earlier, Sean, but
Yeah.
You don't have to be a tech comm major like Ben. He's a CS major. And he's in leadership. And in the past, we've had James Unick. There was a picture of James in a couple of slides earlier. He had much to do with moderating the February meeting that we have. You don't have to be an English major. You can be any major at UCF as long as you qualify in all other aspects. And if you're a sophomore or a junior, don't think that. I mean, that's a great time to be take one of the positions. I would wait till you know a lot about the culture and the mechanics of FTC, but don't think that you can't run for office as a sophomore or a junior.
Absolutely. Regardless of grade level or major, anybody is just great to join. I think a lot of our leadership stories dial back to that. Just we're not sure if we are even going to join the club in the first place, and then now we're here. So you'll see that pattern, and I hope that's an encouragement to anybody who wants to apply as well. So the next thing we'd like to share is, well, what's next for the club? So one that we mentioned, our elections are our next upcoming event. That will be next Thursday, 4 p.m. on Zoom. We're going to be electing our leadership team. So anybody who fills out the leadership application will be showing all the people who are running for each position, all the candidates. We'll be listing them and showing their info at the meeting, and then we'll have a process to elect each of the candidates for our full leadership team. So if you're interested in running, be sure to get that done before the election meeting. We'll be electing everybody then and there, and that will be who's our governing team for the 2021-2022 school year. So 1 week from now, lots of time to apply. If you have any questions, feel free to message us, email, Discord, social media. We have a lot of links. You can, if you want to reach us, there is a way to reach us. So be sure to remember that and mark it on your calendar.
Yeah, and if you're not running, please still show up because you do need to like use your voice and tell us who you want.
Yeah, exactly. We do need to be voted in. So please be people who vote us in. We are elected by the people. You are the people. So thank you in advance for coming to join us. And next after that, 2 weeks from today, 2 weeks from now, Thursday, September 23rd at 4 p.m., we're having an FTC social. So we just want to have a way for us to get to know each other, have some networking time, have some fun time, just a really fun and chill event. So we're going to be having an activity where we can answer some questions, do some speed friending, answer some prompts, get to know each other. And then after that, we're going to move on to playing some games together. So that's 2 weeks from now, Thursday, September 23rd. Join us for that FTC social time. And finally, a look further into the future. In October, we're going to be launching our mentorship program. That'll be the time when you can learn more about mentorship, apply to be a mentee, and really get started on that whole process. So in October, you can look forward to all the things we'll be kickstarting, which will be an interest meeting where you learn more about it. Applications will be opening around the same time. So if you are interested in just having a mentor-mentee pair, becoming a mentee, being under a professional's wing, that's something that we highly encourage and one of our biggest programs at the club. So look out for news in October of how you can become a mentee. And finally, just some resources and reminders. So we shared a few links and things to help you get connected during the meeting, but we just like to put them here as a refresher before we close off the presentation section. So apply for membership. We encourage everyone to sign our new membership form where you can put your contact info and become officially connected with us, become an official member of the club. We'd love to have you do that just so we can really fully welcome you, have your contact info, and just reach out to you, get you fully connected, and really just have you on our registries. It helps out the club, and by becoming an official member, we're just happy to welcome you even further and closer into our community. So please do apply for membership, especially if you're planning to run for leadership. We'd love to have you fill out a membership application as well so that you're in our records, and we just have that information ready. And secondly, apply for leadership. 1 week from today, elections, Friday at 4 p.m. Please do run if you're interested in running for either an officer position or a committee position. As we've shared, running for an officer position is a great way to just be very involved in the club. And you can run for a committee position as well. We have all the info on each role in the form. Our communications committee, our website committee, each of those are low stakes ways to volunteer and just contribute as much or as little as you want to each of our different projects going on. And officers help run the club and help run our events. So either way, there are some gaps we want to fill, and we'd love to see some new faces in our leadership. So check out the link and apply by next Friday. And finally, get connected to us on social media and our other platforms. Join our Discord, chat with us, ask questions, show us your best memes and your pictures of your pets. Please, we love to see pet pictures. It brightens everyone's day. And we also have a Facebook group, Instagram, Twitter, and a couple other platforms that you can reach out to us on. So I'll be posting the link in the chat as a way for you to see all these things in one single place. And of course, if you have any questions, you can email us at our email, ucf.ftc@gmail.com. That's ucf.ftc@gmail.com. I feel like I'm in a commercial the way I just said that, but I didn't realize until it came out of my mouth. But yes, so those are both in the chat. You can always message us about it. And yes, please do get connected and join us as part of our community. All right, so that is the end of our presentation. And of course, you can stick around and ask questions. We can talk for a little bit since we ended a bit earlier than anticipated, but thank you for coming. We're very glad that we had this turnout. We got to meet each of you here. If you want, you can visit our website. We do have a website, www.futuretechnicalcommunicators.com. It has all our info in one place as well. You can email us, ucf.ftc@gmail.com. Now that I've said it 3 times, I feel like I'm hypnotizing everyone. And we also have Discord, of course. Please do join. It's great. We'd love to chat with you. And that's the conclusion of our main presentation for now. So for anybody watching the recording, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And we hope that this was informative and helpful and that you show up to our future events, sign up for membership, sign up for leadership, and show us pictures of your pets in our Discord, most importantly. So thank you all.